People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This is not your typical average run-of-the-mill mama and papa missionary blogging. No, this is blogging that takes you on top of the roof, under the cellar with mother hen and their little chickadees. We might share the same views, but the meds is totally different. This one is called A Hard Ears Makes for a Soft ASS. In a Jamaican terms, who can hear them ago feel. On or about the 30th of August 2023 in West Kingston, a little 15-year-old get caught up. Her name Renee Stevens. Based on the information that Renee told the Popo is that she was walking in some sorts of garrison community in a downtown Kingston when some men approach her and her friend, try to rob them and con her up and then take with themselves. The Popo investigation would lead them to believe or find out that that was not true. Based on the information, it is said that Mrs. Stevens, 15-year-old, was at a house in some garrison in a downtown Kingston with a group of men, including a 36-year-old man that is probably her more than good friend. His name is Desbert Alexander. Based on the information, it is said that Mrs. Renee, Desbert Alexander Bogle, and a group of persons were in a room in an apartment in the garrison. They were playing, fooling around with the tool. When the tool go off, that tool hit that little picnic in her chest. Mr. Bogle then rushed her to the place of recovery, being KPH, Kingston Public Hospital. She was in critical condition from the 30th of August 2023. Today is October. She lost her life. She succumbed to her injuries. She was in critical, like I said. Mr. Desbert, he was in the custody of the Popo. He was on the run for a little while. The Popo then hold on upon him, lock him up and charge him with SHOOTING, illegal peace, illegal ammo. However, since that lady lost her life or the will to survive, based on what the Popo says, his charges will be amped up. He is now going to be charged for MVRd3RED. When that incident occurred, the father of Renee, he said that he had no idea what happened. He left her at home, went to work. When him come back, him can't find her, only to get some sorts of call saying that she was conned up. People, the investigators also found out that the father might also be telling some sorts of lies. Based on the information, it is said that this garrison or these people that this girl was around when she got conned up is a place where she go all the time, and she might have been in some sort of relationship with one of them. So in other words, she loved bad company. That bad company that she loves came back and it haunted her, causing her to get caught up and eventually dying. People, like me say, based on what we've seen transpiring all over social media, every time the Popo gets some sorts of or catch some sorts of bad man, wanted man in any sorts of shootout, one part of the equation that is consistent, constant, is that there is always some sorts of sketelina around. These little picnic, these women, they like things the easy way. So therefore, if them can deal with any sorts of GUNMEN, bad man, that is where the popo is always going to find them. Like me say, the theme of this, a hard ears make for a soft ASS. That little pitney is now gone because she did not listen. She liked to tell a lie. She liked to live life on the edge. However, she fell over that edge. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Meaning that we've seen a very disturbing trend where some very notorious people have been let out under controversial means out of your fine penal institution after committing some very serious crimes. The latest one was in a place called Discovery Bay, in which an 8-year-old, her name is Talia Thompson. She was taken away by her neighbor. That neighbor's name is Mr. Troy Ellis. He would jump over her fence, feel her up, and then juke her up a couple of times. He would try to take away himself. However, he also failed, unfortunately, doing that. Sooner or later, he was caught by the popo. He was taken into custody. The fact that he injured himself, he was actually taken to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital. He was under police watch, meaning that there were at least 2 popo watching him or should have been watching him at any one time. However, on Saturday, he managed to escape from the handcuff that he was tied to on that bed and then jump through some sorts of window while both of these popo were sleeping, using social media, not paying attention to their job. However, when I woke up this morning, I got news that he is back in custody. And I said to myself, well, you know, so the popo them seems as if them a get a fool, them a let out people under this case. This man just slime him way out of the handcuff, take away himself out of the custody of the popo under the watch. And then it seems as if somebody saw him, a lady, license firepiece holder, saw him at about 10:45 in the night on the Discovery Bay main road, and she decided that she is going to make a citizen's arrest. She then took him to the popo station and handed him over. So while I was about to give credit to the popo, saying that them incompetent, them negligent, woefully inept, I realized that they did not do any sorts of damage control thanks to citizens with license firepiece. So I wonder to myself, so you tell me, say, these people that makes these rules and laws in Jamaica, including the Firearm Licensing Authority, don't realize how effective policing is, how crime could have been solved or solved more if you give the right people tool. But people like me say, that is a next topic for our next day amongst sensible persons, not including your government, not including the FLA. Now, based on what this license firepiece holder said that brought this culprit in, she recognized the picture, the image, when he escaped, and she thought that it was the right thing to do. So what this also shows you, and the JSAF should take notice, whenever persons are wanted and you put up a little blurred out stuff, no picture, it is very ineffective. However, when you put up the picture so people can see, somebody knows something always. The assistance of the public is always good in crime fighting. So therefore, this lady saw this man while she was driving at about 10 p.m. in the night, and she was brave enough to wheel and pop off, hold this man and take them in or take him in to the popo station. Some want to know the question, which part the popo there? When them a drive round, them no look for people, them don't take notice. People, something is wrong with a lot of these popo in Jamaica. They don't have that policing instinct. So on top of not having the knowledge, they are not willing to learn. Them not really give a F-U-C-K. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, this is called correction, setting the information right and making sure that you don't defame anyone's character. About 24 hours or so, I did a video about an incident that occurred in a place called York, which is Lower Seaford, which is in St. Thomas, in which there was a fatal accident, in which a lady, her name is Chelsea, lost her life. Her child was also in the vehicle. Both of them lost their lives at different times. One or both were taken to the place of recovery, and both of them succumbed to their injuries. There was also a man, his name is DC, he is from Seaford. Both persons are from Seaford. He was in the other vehicle that basically had a head-on collision going at knot speed. In that video that was circulating all over social media, it seems as if this man, a DC or a popo, has a whole bunch of enemy. Based on what persons were saying in the video, the man wicked. Look how the man crash in vehicle, in her baby mother vehicle, and end up taking her away and the little boy. Now people, here is the story, here is the facts, based on information that I am now getting. When this incident occurred, and it is said that these two persons were in a relationship, people are going to speculate, people are going to assume that, no sir, this is more than coincidental. What is the mathematical odds, possibility or probability of this happening? It seems as if there must be some sorts of vindictive feelings. This man carry feelings for him ex because she have a next man. That is story that has been circulating all over social media, whether at Twitter, whether at Facebook, whether at YouTube. That is the story that everybody is running with. Is it propaganda? Is it rumors? Yes, it would find out to be that. Here are the facts. It is said that Chris and Chelsea, yes, they broke up, and yes, there's a child involved. However, she has her new man, him have him new woman. However, they communicate for the betterment of their child. So therefore, there is no sort of vindictive feelings. It is also said that Chelsea recently lost her mother maybe about 4 weeks, 3 weeks ago, a month ago or so. She was preparing for the final send-off, which would have been the day after she lost her life. It is said that the child was feeling a little bit ill, and she called Chris. However, Chris was busy doing whatever he was doing. So therefore, she was rushing on the road with the child in the vehicle to the place of recovery. And I hope I don't get it wrong this time based on misinformation. It is said that Chris was going in the opposite direction. She overtake a line of vehicle and coincidentally, misfortunately, ran in the same vehicle. So people, me just say, this is why this was out on social media. So my point is this: everything is not always what it seems. We can assume based on how things transpired, the sequence of things. Any and most average thinking person would think that this was more than coincidental, this was intentional. However, that man Chris has since reached out and said, listen, not go so. However, like I said, it seems as if he has a lot of persons that hate him, bad mind him for whatever reason. Me no know those specifics. So therefore, when those two vehicles collided and people that know both party persons were assuming that it had to be something like this. Some sorts of relationship went wrong. New man, new woman come in a play. So therefore people are carry belly, people are carry feelings. However, people, it is nothing close to that. So the moral of the story is this. It is not good to assume, even when it seems like it is. Not everything is what it seems. Whenever you assume, you make an ASS out of you, and you make an ASS out of me. However, the only thing that you can do when you make an error is be a man and come back and make that clarification. So therefore, this is that clarification. So therefore, this is a very unfortunate incident in which two persons lost their life through some sorts of collision with two people that were once in a relationship and share some sorts of child. People, this is tragic. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, if Jamaica was an NBA player, it would be an all-star because of all the double-double, the triple-double, the double-triple, meaning multiple MVRd3RED. The same thing happened once more again in a Spanish town and Macook's Pen. Based on the information, it is said that a mother and her daughter, they were both conned up on Spanish Town Road. This incident took place at about 5:30 a.m. on the facility of the National Solid Waste Management Authority. People, there's a video that is out. You could see the mother and daughter laid spread out in front of that premises. It is said that operations at that facility has been halted at least temporarily until the investigators finish their investigation. Fast forward to a place called Macook's Pen. Same thing, double, a man and a woman. The man looked like him in a white and green, white pants, white shorts and green top. The lady is also spread out on her stomach, pink shirt and blue jeans with some sorts of knapsack on her side. Both of them look like they were HIT in the head. People, me don't know where I'm going. However, it is obvious that these gunmen do not care for family. Them not care for nobody, none at all. Each and every Jamaican is an equal opportunity target. So people, me just warn you, protect your neck, protect your head. Be very careful who you deal with. Be very careful who your family is involved with. What type of mix-up and passa they are involved with. Because it can come back and haunt you. People will take you away for nothing, none at all. People will take you away for petty stuff. It does not matter. Once you are breathing, then they will stop your breath. So anyways, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.